Hey everybody, welcome back to... I nearly said welcome to XCOM. Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. So, in the news, first thing is week in review. So there's been a slightly over 5,000 views. That's approximately 700 a day in the past 7 days, which is honestly a little bit astounding considering how long I've been offline. Although slightly less astounding, lost about 30 subscribers. I can understand why, honestly. I've been uploading like 5 different XCOM Enemy Within videos for like over a week, so it makes sense to me there'd be a drop-off, but fair warning, that does tend to have a little bit of an impact upon my Patreon. Not nearly as much as it should have done if I was, for example, making money off of YouTube, which, hey, I'm not, thankfully. But yeah, my finances are getting a little bit strained. I think I'll be okay for at least this month. There are, like, actual things in the UK to help me on that part, but I thought I'd keep an eye on that just in case. Also, the news is that Night of Fangs was meant to return today, and yeah. Sorry, there are currently some problems with the startup procedure on the Sunless server, which is where obviously everything is recorded, so consequently, any problems there has an impact on the filming. I am hoping to make sure that the plot of what would have been today's episode is reasonably meshed into the next one, and hopefully that means that we'll still be on schedule for everything that I had planned with that series, and you won't miss a thing, but I'll keep you appraised. Hopefully there won't be any more delays. We'll see. Working with Dave to fix that. And last piece of news, XCOM 2, at long last, started on the channel as of this past Saturday. It pretty much gets all of my praise. There's one or two things I might change, like the exact tweaking details of concealment, but I'm loving the game. So go watch that with XCOM 2 Episode 1, already out from Saturday. There are some frame rate issues. I've been trying to tinker with it to work with that, but there are some widespread issues with XCOM 2 regarding performance, so bear that in mind. I am doing what I can to make sure it's as good as I can, but it is a lovely game. Enjoy. Next up, of course, we have the schedule, which means Thursday, of course, is Midnight Stories livestream over at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon from 11 PM BST. I would have been slightly tempted to do some coding on camera, but after the pub is a really bad time to do that. Friday, we'll have more XCOM 2, where one old face returns, and I kind of have to say goodbye to another one. Oh, yeah, I was so tempted to do a dramatic montage for that section. Saturday, we are back to Dungeon Maker, where I am, at least for the time being, abandoning Lang's hubris and the slime farm to return to the dungeon, and hopefully things look quite nice there. We also, of course, have Dungeons and Dragon Hats over at twitch.tv/thedragonhat, mirrored at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon from 9 PM BST. Everybody should be back on deck, so that should mean that we are able to get back to the story, which is not long for this world, and indeed, the world is not long for this world. Then Sunday we get to Edgington, where Penguin is off and about to slaughter a whole freaking ton of, well, basically anything that moves on the continent, so yay. Tuesday we have another episode of XCOM 2 with a VIP rescue, which is good because we kind of need them to do stuff. And we also have Yogdor's Lives number 43 at 9 PM BST over at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon. I'm hoping to get to work coding more actual dwarf stuff instead of just focusing on the Uber video for a little bit, but we'll see. And then Wednesday we'll be back here, as well as doing some undermining, where we finally return to Ravine Town and do a little bit of leftover repair work, because not everything can be fixed by the underminers, although a lot has been. Thank you very much to everyone who did that. It's a lovely and endearing thing to see. And then we have Lying Answers, of course, where I answer your questions from the comment section of the preceding Quali-Tea time vlog. Of course, if you have a question for next time, leave in the comments below. Our first question comes from Quinn Brown, a regular contributor to this. Have you ever found yourself bored of Minecraft because you have been playing it for a long time? A bit. The existence of the vibrant modding community of Minecraft certainly does cut the edge a bit, but fundamentally, Minecraft is a sandbox game. You can take it through and do all the standard stuff and just be on your way pretty much within like less than a day, but really, it's a platform for you to do whatever you want. It's a platform for you to express some kind of story, some kind of goal, or some kind of self-imposed challenge or objective. In that way, it's a lot like games such as things like, well, just Lego, more or less. Things like Connects way back in the day. Things like Garry's Mod, which is one of the older games I've played. And consequently, every time I find myself getting bored by Minecraft, I just come up with a different thematic. I come up with a different story, a different character to play, and that just sort of breathes a whole new life into it. Yes, I've, like, made, I don't know how many repeaters or whatever at this point, but every time I do it, I have a different, like, context for it. This character is doing it for this reason, this character is doing it for that reason, this character barely understands what the hell they're doing. And just embodying those characters keeps it a bit more fresh for me. What do I look like without a hat? Kinda dull, honestly. Also, I have hat hair, but that, you kind of expect that part, but yeah. Eesh, and now my head's cold. Thanks for that. Nope, nope. Going off of the why the username question from last time, what's with the foxes? Asks Colette. Okay, this is a little bit of a story. So, when I started doing Witch in the Woods, I had a couple of episodes crossover with Kieran Dave in his Minecraft the Hard Way story. Or was it? It was either Minecraft the Hard Way or Minecraft with Dave and with Sue or whatever. Sue and Dave. His names aren't exactly as thematic as mine. So people saw that, and people started immediately likening my character to a kitsune based on my expressions, my behavior in that particular set of videos. And Boa Illustration, otherwise known as Blythe Boa on Tumblr, did a magnificent piece of art based on this this sort of pseudo headcanon that I was some kind of kitsune creature. And I absolutely adored it, and a lot of people really enjoyed the notion that the lying characters were in some form kitsune and fox-like beings. So I just sort of adopted it. Honestly, I'm more of a cat person. You can probably guess that by the fact that I'm dating Fuzz. But I do like the fox coloration, the fox style, all of these different character traits you can imbue them with. They're a very lovely creature, and I like them. So whilst I did not come up with the whole fox thing, I am certainly not going to argue with it. And that's it for this time. So as always, leave your comments in the description for anything else, and I shall hopefully have some interesting stuff to tell you next week as well. And I'll catch you all next time.